In this video, we will solve example sums on the topic of forfeiture of shares originally issued at par. We will be dealing with the preparation of balance sheet. Let's go to the first example sum. Example sum 1. Samprag Limited has an authorized capital of rupees 20 lakh divided into equity shares of rupees 10 each. The company invited applications for issuing 60,000 shares. Applications for 58,000 shares were received. All calls were made and were duly received except the final call of rupees 3 per share on 2,000 shares. These shares were forfeited. We are asked to present the share capital in the balance sheet of the company as per Schedule 3 of the Companies Act 2013 and also prepare note to accounts for the same. So before we begin with the solution, we will make a few notes. Authorized capital is equal to 2 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. Issued capital is equal to 60,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. Subscribed capital. It's a case of under subscription and the number of shares subscribed for is 58,000 equity shares. Of rupees 10 each. Now it says that all the calls were made and duly received except the final call of rupees 3 per share on 2,000 shares, and these shares were forfeited. So the 2,000 shares have been equity shares are forfeited. So at present, the number of shares which is subscribed by the public is 58,000 minus the 2,000 shares which have gone back to the company because it's been forfeited, 56,000 shares. And the amount in the forfeited shares account until such time that the forfeited shares, the 2,000 shares are reissued, the amount which is already received on the shares forfeited from the defaulting shareholder will remain in forfeited shares account. The amount received is 2,000 shares multiplied by the final call was not received by the company, so the amount received is rupees 7 per share, comes up to rupees 14,000. So this is the amount which has been received by the company on the shares which have been forfeited, which will not be refunded by the company. Let's go ahead with the solution. Balance sheet of Samprag Limited as at 31st March. Year is not mentioned. We'll come back to the balance sheet and finish the note to accounts. We have particulars and a rupee column. The first note, share capital. Let's begin with authorized capital. ₹2 lakh equity shares of ₹10 each. 20 lakh rupees with a double underline. Issued capital $60,000 equity shares of ₹10 each. 6 lakh rupees subscribed capital the 56,000 shares which is right now with the public. The full amount has been called up as well as full amount has been received. So they will be classified under subscribed and fully paid up. $56,000 equity shares of ₹10 each. The outer column, ₹5,60,000. As per the format, we need to add balance of forfeited shares account as already calculated. The amount of forfeited shares, the amount which is already received from the defaulting shareholder is 2,000 shares multiplied by ₹7 per share comes up to 14,000 rupees. And the total amount to be shown against share capital in the balance sheet of the company is 5,74,000 rupees. The note 2 is cash and cash equivalents. Cash at bank. Amount 5,74,000 rupees. The note to accounts is complete. We will go ahead with the balance sheet particulars. Note number and a rupee column. We have Roman number 1, equity and liabilities. We have 1, shareholders funds. Under that, A, share capital. Against note 1, we will write the amount against share capital which we arrived at in the note to accounts, which is 5,74,000 rupees. 5,74,000 rupees, and the total of equity and liabilities side of the balance sheet is 5,74,000 rupees. The second part of the balance sheet is for the assets. We'll begin with the current assets. A. Cash and cash equivalents. Against note number 2, the amount is 5,74,000 rupees and the total is also 5,74,000 rupees. So we've prepared the balance sheet. I will remove the split. We can view the answer fully. The question is at the top, the first example sum, the working notes, followed by the balance sheet of Samprag Limited. This is the note to accounts. Let's move on to second example sum. Example sum 2. Green Limited was registered with an authorized capital of rupees 2 lakh in rupees 10 per equity share. Of these, 6,000 equity shares were issued as fully paid to vendor for purchase of building, and 8,000 equity shares were issued for subscription. And during the first year, rupees 5 per equity share was called up, payable rupees 2 on application, rupee 1 on allotment, rupee 1 on first call, and rupee 1 on second call. The amounts received in respect of these shares were: on 6,000 equity shares, the full amount was received. On 1,250 equity shares, rupees 4 per equity share. On 500 equity shares, rupees 3 per equity share. And on 250 equity shares, rupees 2 per equity share. The company forfeited 750 equity shares on which less than rupees 4 per equity share has been paid. We are asked to pass the journal entries in the book of the company and also show share capital in its balance sheet. We'll first complete the journal entries and then move on to present share capital in the balance sheet of the company. Before we go into the solution, we'll prepare a few notes. Notes: authorized capital, $20,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. Issued capital, $6,000 equity shares were given for purchase of building. And 8,000 equity shares were given to the public for subscription. So total number of shares issued by the company, 14,000 equity shares. Now, as per the question, amount payable on application is rupees 2. Amount payable on allotment is rupee 1. Amount payable on the first call is also rupee 1. And the amount payable on the second call is also rupee 1. It says on 6,000 equity shares, the full amount was received. So for 6,000 shares, we received application money, allotment money, the first call money, and the second call money, totaling to rupees 5 per share. On 1,250 equity shares, we received only rupees 4 per equity share. That would be rupees 2 on application, rupees 1 on allotment, and rupee 1 on the first call. We did not receive the second call on these 1,250 equity shares. So totally received rupees 4. It says on 500 equity shares, rupees 3 per equity shares was received. So that would mean we received the application of rupees 2 and the allotment of rupees 1 and did not receive the first call as well as the second call. So the total amount received is rupees 3. And further, on 250 equity shares, we received only 2 per equity share, which means we received only the application money and did not receive on these 250 shares the allotment money or the first call money or the second call money. Totally, we received only rupees 2 on these shares. So which means that the total number of shares for which we received money, we received full application money on 8,000 shares. And in the case of allotment money, we received for 7,750 shares. First call money we received for 7,250 shares. And the second call money we received only for 6,000 shares. It says the company forfeited the shares on which less than rupees 4 per equity share has been paid. So that comes up to these two. These two 500 shares on which rupees 3 has been paid totally, and 250 shares on which rupees 2 has been paid has been forfeited. $750 forfeited shares. So let's go on to pass the journal entries. Solution. In the books of Green Limited, journal. We have date/serial number, particulars, LF, debit rupees, and credit rupees. We'll pass the first entry for purchase of building from the vendor. Building account debit to vendor account. Value of the building purchased 6,000 multiplied by rupees 10 comes up to 60,000 rupees. Purchase of building from vendor. The second entry is for issue of shares to the vendor. Vendor account debit, the amount payable to the vendor 60,000 rupees to equity share capital. The number of equity shares issued is 6,000 shares multiplied by rupees 10, which is the face value of the share, 60,000 rupees. Narration: 6,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each issued at par for consideration other than cash. Next, we'll move on to the 8,000 equity shares which were issued for subscription. We'll write the journal entry for application money received, bank account debit to equity share application account for application money received on 8,000 shares at rupees 2 per share. Comes up to 16,000 rupees. The fourth entry is for transfer of equity share application money to the equity share capital account. So equity share application account debit to equity share capital account. The amount of the first journal entry, which is 16,000 rupees. Application money on 8,000 shares transferred to equity share capital account. Fifth entry, we will make the allotment money due equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. Allotment money due on 8,000 shares at rupee 1 per share. Amount due 8,000 rupees. The sixth entry is for receipt of the allotment money, bank account debit to equity share allotment account. Allotment money received on 7,750 shares as per the working note which we've done at rupee 1 per share. Amount received 7,750 rupees. Let's make the equity share first call money due. Equity share first call account debit to equity share capital account for first call money due on 8,000 shares at ₹1 per share comes up to 8,000 rupees. The eighth entry is for receipt of the first call money. Bank account debit to equity share first call account for first call money received on, as per the working note, we've received on 7,250 shares at the rate of ₹1 per share. So total amount received 7,250 rupees. Ninth entry is to make the second call due equity share second call account debit to equity share capital account second call money due on 8,000 shares at ₹1 per share. Amount due 8,000 rupees. The 10th entry is for receipt of the second call money. Bank account debit to equity share second call account for second call money received on, as per the working note, 6,000 shares at ₹1 per share. Amount received 6,000 rupees. The next entry, we will forfeit the 750 shares on which less than ₹4 has been received. Equity share capital account debit. The number of shares forfeited, 750 shares, multiplied by the amount which is called up per share, ₹5. 3,750 rupees. To forfeited shares account, we need to write the amount which has been received on these 750 shares. So as per the working note, on the first 500 of these shares, we've received application of ₹2 and the allotment of ₹1. So that's ₹3 per share, plus on the 250 shares, we've received only the application money of ₹2 per share. So total amount received is 1,500 plus another 500 comes up to 2,000 rupees. 2. Equity share allotment account. On these 750 shares, how much we did not receive on allotment? We did not receive in the 250 shares. On the 500 shares, we received the allotment money. On 250 shares, we did not receive the allotment money of rupees 1 per share. Comes up to 250 rupees. 2. Equity share first call account. Amount not received on the first call. We did not receive first call money of rupee 1 on any of the 750 shares which have been forfeited. So that's 750 into rupee 1 comes up to 750 rupees. And 2. Equity share second call account. Again, we did not receive the second call money on any of these 750 shares. So 750 shares multiplied by rupee 1 comes up to 750 rupees. Narration: 750 equity shares forfeited, on which less than rupee 4 was received. So we've completed the first part of the question, where we need to prepare the journal entries. I'll remove the split. We can view the answer fully. So that's the example sum 2 on top. Followed by the notes, the working notes. These are the journal entries, the first screen. The second screen. The third screen. And the final screen. Let's move on to prepare the balance sheet. Solution. Now the question says, show share capital in its balance sheet. Up to now, I was also showing the complete balance sheet along with the cash at bank amount under the head cash and cash equivalents under current assets in the assets part of the balance sheet. That was just for your understanding. Where the question just says show share capital in the balance sheet, it is enough if we show just the amount of share capital. That is the note 1 we need to prepare in note to accounts. The note 1 being the note for share capital. And it is enough if we just depict the amount of share capital as an extract of the balance sheet. So let's move ahead and do that. Balance sheet of Green Limited as at we'll complete the note to accounts for share capital. Note to accounts, particulars, and a rupee column. The first note, share capital. Let's begin with authorized capital. We have 20,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. Comes up to rupees 2 lakh. We move on to issued capital. We have 14,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. 1,40,000 rupees. Subscribed capital. Now, out of the 14,000 shares which have been issued, the 6,000 equity shares which have been issued have been fully called up, and the consideration in the form of building also has been received. So those 6,000 equity shares will be classified under subscribed and fully paid up. Subscribed and fully paid up. 6,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each. Total 60,000 rupees. We need to make a note that these shares have been issued for consideration other than cash. We'll do that. Above shares have been issued in pursuant to a contract for consideration other than cash. Now the remaining 8,000 equity shares, where rupees 5 only was called up, out of that 754 shares have been forfeited. So the number of shares to be classified under subscribed but not fully paid up is 8,000 minus 750 shares, which is 7,250 shares. Subscribed but not fully paid up. We have 7,250 equity shares of rupees 10 each, where only rupee 5 has been called up. On multiplying 7,250 into 5, we get 36,250 rupees. Let's subtract the calls and arrears. Less calls and arrears. On 6,000 shares, we have received the full amount of rupee 5 which has been called up. But on the 1,250 shares, we have not received 1 rupee pertaining to the second call. So it's 1,250 shares minus multiplied by rupee 1 comes up to 1,250. The outer column we have 35,000 rupees. We need to add the balance of forfeited shares account. This balance of forfeited shares account represents the amount which is received on the shares which have been forfeited and not yet reissued. So those are the 750 shares. On the first 500 of these shares, we've received the application money of rupees 2 and allotment money of rupee 1. So that's rupee 3. And on the 250 shares, we've received application money of rupees 2 per share. So totally amount received is 2,000 rupees. And the amount to be shown against share capital, the balance sheet of the company, is 97,000. Subscribed and fully paid up 60,000. Subscribed but not fully paid up 35,000. And the forfeited shares balance rupees 2,000. Let's complete the balance sheet. We have particulars, note number, and a rupee column. Under Roman number 1, we have equity and liabilities. 1. Shareholders' funds. Under that, A is share capital. As per the note 1, amount against share capital is 97,000 rupees. So we've completed the extract of the balance sheet. The second part of the question has been solved. I'll remove the split. We'll view the answer. So the example sum 2 is at the top, followed by working notes. This is the balance sheet. And the note to accounts for share capital.